This meeting is being recorded.
So, Thiru, since we have already spoken and we have discussed basic things that we were looking for, we will have just technical discussion. We will go in detail. Okay. So, just walk me through what exactly you have been doing, just in brief, so that we can continue the technical discussion.
Currently, like a backend developer in Java and Spring Boot technologies. Then specialize in cloud migration to on-prem cloud, OpenShift,
Okay.
and then I do some data pipelining work with Apache Flink,
Mm-hmm.
and then we work in agile methodologies, like continuous integration with GitHub Actions and partners deployment tools.
Okay.
Um, yeah, most of the stack is Java. Then sometimes I work on Python scripts, but mostly Java. And then databases, Oracle,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes MongoDB, NoSQL.
Okay.
This is
And
the stack.
what are the UI framework that you have been working or you have worked?
Quite some time before I volunteered for a UI developer in Angular 17
Okay.
version.
Okay.
Um,
Very nice. So we'll start with basics. What are the versions of Java you have worked so far?
um, Currently, we're working on Java 17.
Uh-huh.
Last 2 years has been Java 17 only. Quite some time before Java 11, but it's a major. After that, we migrated to Java 17, and this is the current version we use.
Okay. So when you say Java 17, what are the features that you have used in Java 17?
Um, we don't particularly go to the most latest features like virtual throws that have now been tested properly in production. So we are outstanding ourselves using the industry stable features like streams
Okay.
and then executor framework for concurrent processing. Um, we do use like a supplier consumer definitions, method definitions in a lot of places. Um, uh, then sometimes lambda expressions come handy.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So you spoke about streams. So how would you differentiate a parallel streams versus sequential streams?
Um, Parallel streams using a criteria, we split the streams and allocate the chunk of data or stream
Correct.
elements to different parallel
Mm-hmm.
streams that aids at parallel processing and then
Mm-hmm.
high performing code. A single stream, the all the elements of the source collection or whatever, it's processed sequentially or filtered, so it's low performing, but still it's safe. Doesn't lead to collision issues.
Okay. Imagine there is an employee table which has a duplicate records, okay? And I want you to write us stream functions to print out only unique values. It should not contain any duplicate values, okay? So what syntax you are going to use in your stream?
Um, yeah, there is a stream dot. Um, there is a dot distinct.
Okay,
Um,
okay, very nice.
that is yeah.
Array list is thread safe or no?
Array list is not thread safe.
Okay, and how will you make it thread safe?
You can either get the collection dot synchronized
Very nice,
output as an
excellent,
array list.
excellent. Uh, how do you differentiate in between hash map and concurrent hash map?
Um, Hashmap doesn't preserve the order of the keys as staggered nature. The concurrent map preserves the order the way the keys are inserted, the
Okay,
inserted order only. Yeah.
okay, okay. And how do you handle exceptions in Java? What are the methods that you use?
Um, we can use try catch,
Mm?
finally blocks, and if not, we can use directly throws clause in the method declaration.
Okay, and I'm sorry I missed it. What was the first one that you said?
We can use try catch block.
Try catch block. Okay, very nice. So if I write a return statement in my try catch block, do you think my finally block will execute?
Even if you have a return statement, the finally will be executed and returned back to the caller.
What if I write system.exit?
But system.exit is a GC exit. No other clause
Yes,
can
yes.
forfeit it. It will abort the code. Okay.
Correct. Can you tell me features of enum? Why do we use enum, and or maybe if you can talk about features?
We can go for static string constants, but constants are typo error prone and programmatic issues. To avoid that, enums guarantee type safety and
Mm-hmm.
then legibility in usage.
Mm-hmm.
Type safety, the structure what we define, and also it offers portability. I can port the whole enum to any other API or any other package.
Mm-hmm.
Static concept involve migrating the whole class or replicating them. It's not a
Okay. Okay.
better programming
So when
practice.
you come to APIs, if I need to create a REST API using a Spring Boot, what are the steps you are going to take?
Um, so basically, we'll define a controller class and then
Mm-hmm.
annotated with controller, address controller.
Excellent. Yes.
Um, yeah, then start with the uh, REST action methods like am I doing a get mapping,
Mm-hmm. Depend
request
upon
mapping as a
root
get?
operation which we are supposed to perform. Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And then return and do the service calls and then or serialize the data into our native Java collection format, the input request objects, and then finally call the services and then return back request body with the
Mm-hmm.
embedded error codes, HTTP status codes, or you could
Mm-hmm.
directly return the HTTP status code if that's what is needed.
Okay. Very nice.
So yeah.
How will you secure this API? What mechanism you are going to follow?
um, I worked on OAuth 2 framework.
Mm-hmm. So
So
did you
basically, there is
configure
a
these tokens or it was already configured?
no. I worked on from the scratch. So from I'm a server application is trying to authenticate. We'll define security config class
Mm-hmm.
that will define the whitelisting, what
Mm-hmm.
role has access to what URLs, etc. And
Mm-hmm.
redirection also, a bit chain of URLs with security. And then in the controller methods also, we will say has role for that role only will allow the operation. And in the each configuration block will define the URL for the pop token or the bearer token, which URL to connect to get the bearer token and connect to our final URL. There's a programmatic way of defining OAuth2. And then otherwise, if simpler reports, we can define security filters. It's a simple filter. We can actually interrogate the HTTP headers for security values,
Mm-hmm.
object, and then
Mm-hmm.
we can allow the pass through to the column. This way, we
Okay.
can secure the rest endpoint.
Very nice. And what are the different controllers that we use in Spring Boot? Maybe at the rate controller, at the rate repository.
At the rate controller, at the rate REST controller, then there is a at the rate repository class is there,
Mm-hmm.
which defines a JPA repository.
Okay. Okay.
Add service is there for service classes,
Correct.
transaction service classes.
I would like to talk about database transactions. So, what exactly your contribution has been on database transaction side? Like, were you writing complex queries, stored procedures, or you were pulling out data by writing, simpler queries? So, how much you are involved into this?
Um, Certain requirements have written complex queries, and
Okay.
then I call them via callable statements
Mm-hmm.
um, because I define a query as a template
Okay.
or prepared statement. Spring
Okay.
Boot, I use SQL template also.
Okay. Awesome.
The JDBC
So,
template, sorry.
how do you optimize a complex query? What are the checkpoints you start with?
It depends on the vendor log or a database. The Oracle offers very meticulous optimization. Like we will check, are we using the V model where largest criteria comes first and the smallest criteria comes the last? That's the first thing. And then we'll check the indexes. We'll check the query plan if all the where conditions are following the indexes. After that, we should not have static constant in the where conditions, like something like customer name equal to some name, static name. Then that where condition will not use indexes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to avoid static check in where conditions. And then,
Okay.
yeah, sometimes very extreme case we'll go for clustered indexes.
Indexing. Okay. That is main part that I wanted to hear. So what exactly indexing does, or what is the purpose of using indexing? What does it facilitate?
Index is like a file which store the primary keys or the key identifiers in the order of insertion, so that the retrieval or hash or squaring out the values, the database server directly refer the index file for the key and then locate the record directly. The index doesn't have the key alone; it will have like a record locator or data locator also, which will help the database to locate the record directly. Otherwise, minimizes I/O overheads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
database has the right to reindex, collate the
Mm-hmm.
memory, and optimize the index frequently.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, Given a situation, there is an employee table where you need to find out the maximum salary in that employee table. What syntax you are going to write?
Um, yeah, in Oracle, there isn't a rank over. There's a direct method for that. So I'll say select employee or and then salary, rank over salary on department or on salary itself. And then we'll give a order, which I would say fifth order by fifth maximum or whatever, nth maximum salary. That order also rank over can give. There's a direct function in Oracle. But if they don't want to use rank over, then there is a way to use group by salary, uh, and then comma a number
Mm-hmm.
like a n value, where n is uh, less than or greater than 5 means from fifth maximum it can give in outer query. That's the old traditional way, but these we have direct function Oracle use to use rank over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh, I think that's pretty much I wanted to discuss with you. And thank you so much for joining in. Let me see what I can do from my end, and I will try to set up your interview as quickly as possible. Any specific time you have that Asif, any day on this specific time, I will be available.
Yeah, day is fine. I can adapt to any day. Timing afternoon is fine, but if morning or noon times, I can adjust. Like I can take permission. I can attend.
Okay, awesome.
It's not a problem.
So I'm pretty sure there will be just one round and done, but we'll keep you posted, okay? Thank you
Okay,
so much for joining in. I will share the link with the manager, and will anything in final stage, any offer you are planning to accept, or maybe any final round you have given and waiting for feedback or something that you would like to give us a heads up, because see, we work on a relationship based jobs, right? So if manager puts in efforts, if and you do not join after the offer, probably that will hamper our relation, right? So just to ensure, if you have anything, you can update me ahead of time.
sure, sir. To be honest, I'm also speculating, but I'm really keen forward to get a good developer interview. I'll do my best. Yeah,
Okay, so you are doing 100% hands-on development, right?
yeah, I'm almost 90%. Yeah,
Okay, okay, awesome. Awesome. I think we are good. Let me go ahead and share your resume with the hiring manager, and probably we'll get back to you. Okay.
sure, sir. Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Akash.
Thank you. Thank you. Thiru. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.